I was listening to Joe Rogan, and he mentioned that you had this story about
Yeah,
playing in a comedy club in Brooklyn back
that was Pips.
that was
Yeah,
Pips. Okay, I was wondering if you
yeah.
wouldn't mind telling the story for the audience because I thought it was the funniest thing ever, and it was like it's a real like kind of time capsule of the era. If
Yeah,
you're okay saying it publicly, if not,
yeah, yeah. Oh no, no. I just want to let the audience know I'm going to use some language, but I'm totally fine with that. It was again at that club Pips in Brooklyn. You know, it was a very it was a very mob oriented play. A lot of mafia guys came in that club,
mhm.
and I mean it was a tough room. It wasn't the toughest room I ever worked, but it was a tough room. Dice Clay come out of there, and a lot of tough Brooklyn comedians came from there. Richard Jenny came from there. Rodney Dangerfield used to work there a lot. He used to they used to hey Funzio's knuckle room, and he would make fun of that place, but he used Pips. He had Pips in mind. Anyway, so I became the house MC at Pips for 3 years, and the way it was is if you're looking at the stage was just like a glorified shelf coming out from the wall, right from the wall. So you walked in, and there was like two or three steps down into like a pit area. So the stage was like maybe 2 or 3 feet out. There was a piano here. You had to walk behind the piano to get on stage, and then there was a little stage, and you were kind of up. But when you looked down, it was about 4 feet of a drop, and there was a pit, and there was about 6 tables in the pit. And then it went up another level, and then there was about 10 tables on the next level. And then it went up, and then there was another level of tables on this side. And then it went in the back, and then there was a bar to the back right.
Mhm.
It didn't hold a lot of people, but the people that were right down in front of you were kind of in a pit, and they were right up next to the stage, which was a wall. It was kind of like a wall. You know, they could see right up your nose. They
Yeah.
were that like that under you. So there was one night I was emceeing. I know I wasn't emceeing. I was just doing a spot. I was doing like a 10-minute spot. And the MC brings me on, which was Seth Schultz, the owners, one of the owners. See, Seth brings me up. He's the guy who made the documentary that drew me to the club. Anyway, so he brings me up, and I start doing my act. And there's a guy. Looking down. There's a guy, a girl, and a guy. And the two guys were definitely wise guys. And the girl was all with the hair and the makeup and the nails and the everything. And they were right out of Goodfellas, you know?
Yeah, it's like
So the
Adriana
guy
from
had like a suit.
Sopranos.
Exactly. So he had like the guy had like a shiny suit jacket on, and I start doing my act, and I'm doing my act, and I'm like, hey, my mother used to wake me up in the morning, find out what time I gotta get up, and this and that, and my dogs, and my this and my that, and I'm doing my grandfather, and I'm doing this bit and that bit. So I'm getting laughs. I'm doing okay. But when I look down into the pit, this guy is looking at me with the look of death, and he's looking straight up at me, and he's got a gun. He's got a silver, like a nickel-plated, shiny pistol on his lap. He took it out of his pocket. He put it on his lap, right there on his lap, where I could see it because I'm looking right down at him. He's looking up at me, but no, he's right there in the front. No one else could see the gun
I
or
would have
see
shit
him.
myself on stage, Joe.
Almost did. I almost did. So now, as I'm talking, I'm on automatic pilot now. Your brain goes onto automatic pilot where your brain tells your mouth to say words,
hmm
right? And then this half of your brain is going, holy shit, what the fuck am I going to do? And listening to him. So now he's whispering. I got the microphone and the room is hearing me, but he's whispering up to me, yeah, fuck you. You're not funny. You're an asshole. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? That's not funny. You're an asshole. So, but he's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, what are you going to do? Look what I got. He's showing me the gun, but no one else could see the gun. So he's trying to throw me off, and he's trying to rattle me. But I'm so on automatic pilot saying my jokes with my words that I'm trying to block him out and just work the rest of the crowd. But every time I couldn't do it. Every time I just look down and be like, yeah, fuck you, like that. And he would show me the gun. Scared the shit out of me. I finish my act. Thanks a lot. Good night. I walk off the stage. Seth comes back up. He brings the other comedian up, and he comes walking into the back of the room. I go, Seth, there's a guy with a gun sitting right in the front. He's showing me the gun. He was heckling me while I was in the middle of my act. He's got the gun on his lap. Ah, leave him alone. That's just crazy, Vinny. He's here every weekend. He shows up everywhere. I said, I've never seen the guy. I'm here all the time. He's a friend of mine. He ain't gonna hurt you. He's not gonna really shoot you. I go, he's got a gun on his lap. He's showing me a gun. So that was the story I told Rogan, and Rogan was like, "Holy!" Because Rogan worked Pips.
Yeah.
So it might have been when I was taking Rogan around because Jeff Sussman, who manages Rogan and Kevin James, he discovered Rogan in Boston and brought him down and managed him. And I was already signed with Jeff Sussman. And Jeff said to me, can you, I got this new client, Joe Rogan. Can you take him around? Can you help him? So I would help him get into different clubs and stuff like that. And I think that was a time when I might have called Rogan and said, what are you doing Pips next week? What are you doing Pips? I go, let me tell you the story. So I was in there last week, and this guy in the front, he took a gun out. So if you see this guy in the front with this shark skin jacket, and he might have a gun, but Seth said, "Don't worry about it. He's not going to shoot you." So
Don't worry about it. He's not going to shoot you.
Yeah, but he could have. All he had to do is go like this, like point, boom. He would have blown my head right off.
Well,
he was that close to me. He was that there.
I would have quit forever. Right. The worst thing that can happen when I'm doing this is that my software crashes. So I feel very fortunate.